These are my reflections after 1 week of daily drawing, and I really started with the drawing of fundamentals, which means that I started with lines. I know that can sound pretty boring, but I actually learned more than I expected. And so this was my very first drawing on Monday, and you might not be able to read it, but I wrote down like wrist, elbow, shoulder, because during my research I discovered that you can draw from the different joints. So you can move your wrist like this, or you can move it from your elbow and then you will lock your wrist. So you can make actually much longer lines, but you can also move from your shoulder. I hope I've been doing it right, but I do feel a difference when I do it like this, or like this, or like this. So I guess it's good, but I mean, I never really thought about how I moved my pencil when I was drawing. Yeah, you learn to write and you move your wrist like that. So I have always been using that to draw too, like the same movements. But with this exercise, I could really feel like when I use my elbow or my shoulder, you're able to draw like much longer lines, more steadier also. So it seemed like a really stupid exercise, but I actually learned a lot out of it. Yes, and so the second exercise, I tried to draw lines from all different directions. I found that some directions are more difficult than others, and I know some artists just advise you to turn your page so you can draw the line in the direction that you feel most comfortable with. But with this exercise, I challenged myself to like draw in all different directions, and I could really feel that there are certain directions that I'm not that good at, like drawing like up. That's like a really weird thing because it feels illogical, like it's a lot more logical to draw down. But I don't think I will be using all those different directions when I am drawing. I think I will most likely turn my page because it's just easier. But I'm happy I did the exercise. So day 3, I did some shading. It's also just a way to practice lines, but I thought I could keep it a little bit more interesting than just lines. I don't think it came out that well. But yeah, it happens. Not everything you do you like, but I'm happy I did it. Then next, this one actually is was my favorite exercise of the week. I just drew some random dots on the paper and then I connected those dots with lines. It's also like really a line exercise to like be able to draw confidently in one way. And this was like the exercise that I could really feel that I was using like my elbow and my shoulder more because like they're like you can see the dots are pretty far apart. Maybe next time when I do an exercise like this, I will try to make the like put dots in a way that it like really makes a figure. Now I just like it's just a random shape, but still like a really cool exercise to do, and it was a bit hard sometimes to really connect those dots. So yeah, I liked it. It was my favorite one. Then the next day I did a challenge in which I challenged myself to fill an entire page with lines, which I managed to do. And I could feel like halfway through the page when I kind of started here, I could feel like how I was like getting relaxed. It's like kind of a mindful exercise that way, just really relaxing, just drawing lines that way. So it was kind of cool. And this was my exercise from yesterday. I drew some lines with a ruler and then I redraw over them. I had seen this exercise on YouTube too, and it was like said to be a good exercise to learn how to draw straight lines, but also to learn how to go over a line properly. I think I did a pretty good job at it. I also didn't find it very hard. I thought it was going to be more difficult, but it wasn't. So I was kind of disappointed with it, that it wasn't harder. But I'm glad I did a good job. So that's my reflection for this week. I haven't made my drawing for today, so we'll be including that on next week reflection on Sunday. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to next week. And yeah, as you can see, my drawings are pretty simple. They're pretty simple exercises. I think the one in which I filled the entire page with lines took me the longest, and I was maybe 15 minutes tops. So that's why I am able to draw every day, because I have these really small exercises right now to get into the habit of doing these things. So that's something I want to remind you, that you don't have to make like a huge drawing each day. You can do simple things and still learn something from it. And yeah, I'm super proud of myself that I like finished the first week and that I actually learned something from lines. Just lines. So I'm pretty excited to see what I will be learning the coming weeks with the rest of the drawing fundamentals. So if you're curious too, keep watching. Bye.